Right, guys. So Betway Waited to Win welcomes you, and I hope you had a good one so far. It's been a good week for you. We look forward to the weekend's racing. We're going to Hollywood Bets Durbanville on Saturday, and we do record this on the Friday, so make a note of that. First race, we've got the favourite from the Cotton Stable, one Princess Virginie's top of the boards at 13-10. And does appear to be the right horse in the race. Note that they've scratched all of 2, 12, 15 and 17. 2, 12, 15 and 17, quite a large field, the second race, but they have scratched those runners. And keep watching your screens and your info, wherever you get your info from, for the latest in terms of all of that. Mr. Burrows, can we banker this in the bipod?
Definitely, Clyde. I liked her debut. This is race 2, by the way. Princess Virginie, second to Gypsy Express. And she was running on strongly at the finish. And on pedigree, she's got a lovely pedigree. She's related to all of those top fillies like Princess Victoria and all of that. She's got the one draw, the 1250 upper alley. I think she'll just about win. Her danger would come from the Durban Raider Prankster and a horse like Now the Boss from a deep draw and Richard Fourie in the saddle.
Okay. So there might be a danger for you, Mr. Marie?
For me,
you worked it out.
I put in the scratching, Clyde, because I do like her chances. So I'm prepared to double up.
Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't bank her though. I put in number 6, Bright Duchess. I thought she was too far back last time out. She was staying on nicely. I think from a neater draw, she could possibly be handier this time around. But I make a huge runner in the reserve runner who's now come in. And that is Love Shack. Now, last time out, she contested a race over 1400. I think she's bred to sprint. So coming back to the, the 1250, is certainly going to be in her favour. But look where she jumped from a very wide barrier position last time out. I didn't think that was a bad effort whatsoever. So coming back in trip, cracking a draw of number 2 over here, Clyde, I think that will certainly both be in her favour. And I make her the favourite's biggest danger.
Okay, well, I see that priced her up 5-1 at the moment. After the favourite, it's 5-1 and better the rest. Okay, so we got bipods, guys. Let's go to those bipods now. We go Daryl Marie's. He's gone 1, 6, 15 and 16. By Banker 5. By Banker 8. By 4 and 5. By 8, 11, 12. By 5 and 9. Welcome back. The third race is a maiden plate. It's over the 1,600 metres right now. And in this particular event, number 9 has been taken out. That's not running. So on the Friday leaves you with 15 horses that will go to the gate. One of which is number 10, Spelling Bee for Dean Kannemeyer. That's the favourite. It tops the boards at 7-2. Second choices thereafter. You can get 5-1 and better about the others. Confidence with this favourite, Daryl?
Who's the favourite?
Spelling Bee.
No, I made Greenland one of the better bets on the card.
Okay.
I'll tell you what,
You can
Clyde.
get 5-1 at the moment.
Well, I banked him in the PA. And
Yeah.
I banked him in the bipod.
Right.
Excuse me, Clyde. Now, I'll give you my reasoning.
Yeah.
Take note, there's an equipment change, right? The blinkers do come off. In his last 2 starts, he's been wearing headgear. Go back 3 runs without any headgear. I thought that was a cracking effort. He was drawn 13 behind Lusa Verde. That form line has worked out outstanding. I think the 4th, 5th and 6th have all come out to win from there. And he finished ahead of them. So I like the fact that the headgear comes off. He's over the same course and distance. And I think if he reproduces that effort, I know Norshan finished alongside him in that race, but he was having his 3rd start and Norshan's well exposed.
Yeah.
So if he reproduces that effort behind Lusa Verde, I think he'll take a lot of beating. And like I touched on, I think he's one of the better bets for me.
Okay. So Greenland is the one to beat for Daryl Marie. He's quite confident. Mr. Burrows, are you as confident? Which one? What are you doing?
A couple of runners here, Clyde. Let's start with your favourite, Spelling Bee. I liked that last start because he was running on very strongly at the finish and he was eye-catching. Then you got Spelling Bee finished what was it? 3 parts of a length in front of Norsen last time out. Norsen beat Greenland a length and a half in the Diamond Rock start, and Greenland beat Infrared a length and a half on form. So there's so little separating numbers 10, 14, 5, and 7 on collateral form. So that's why I made it more tricky than what Daryl suggested.
Okay. All right. Well, that's fair enough. Obviously, Daryl has spotted the equipment change, which he's hoping will make the difference with Greenland. So he's got his place accumulator worked out. Darren is going to play it conservatively. Daryl's bankering 5 by banker 8, by 4 and 5, by 8, 11, 12, by 5 and 9, by 1 and 9, by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 11. Let's get on to this Cape A Stakes. It's over 1250 meters now. And this particular event, start of your pick 6. Darren Burrows would have worked one out for us, so we'll get on there shortly. A reminder about your social media on X or on Waiter to Win's WhatsApp group. And I say make a note of that because Hollywood Bets Scottsville's also taking place. And if you're not watching, if you haven't seen it, you can go to one of those platforms and it'll give you an update as to what we like as well over there. And the QR code around Betway, if you are playing with Betway, you just scan that code and you open your account and you're on your way. That's the easiest way to do it. Now, the favourite here, Princess Keller, 6 to 10. We know we don't have to preach too much about this horse because we just know how good she is. She is world-class, Princess Keller. She really has grown Darren Burrows into something magnificent.
Yes, Clyde. She's the best filly in the country. She was Horse of the Year. From 1200 to 1800, she's pretty much unbeatable, even against the Colts. It is a comeback run. The Durbanville circuit, it is tight and she hasn't got too much time in the straight to unwind that big action of hers, but I think she'll get the job done. There's going to be a pace on with horses like After the Rain in the Race, a couple of others that like to go handy. And I think if she's 4 lengths off the speed turning for her, this isn't a weak field, I have to say, but she's just a class above them. And I think she'll get her head in front at the right time.
Yeah, that's the question mark, is the return to the track and also the distance or the tight circuit. 6 to 10, the market's got her at.
Yeah, Clyde, I'm not rushing out and backing her at those odds. I'll certainly be shouting her home.
Yeah.
Mr. Terry, in the past, he's scratched this filly because she's of high value, so he's not going to take any chances. He knows that she's coming to the track fit and well enough to do herself justice, and because of her class, I expect her to come through this event. It's not going to be easy pickings for her, but we've seen her win over 1,000 meters. We've seen her win over 1,800. It's not an optimum trip or ideal trip, Clyde, but she'll be rattling home, and her class will get her through. So we're all behind Princess Keller, that's for certain.
Okay, so there we go. That's the latest. Now we've got a pick 6 worked out for you, so let's put that up. I just want to quickly, Daryl, you wanted to just, whilst we were looking at the pick 6.
Just go, excuse me, Clyde, just have a look at her record when she races fresh. So she's returned from a layoff 4 times. She's won 3 of those and run second to Captain's Ransom.
Excellent. So she does have a very powerful return of form from a break. So that's in her favour. And that's one of the reasons why Darren has also bankered her. Banker 8, banker 5 by 1 through 13, then 2, 5 and 9, then 1, 5, 7, 8, 9, 11 and 12, and all of 1 through 12 at the back. Now it's time for the Laissez-Faire Stakes. It's over 1,000 metres, and in this particular event there are 11 decent horses that are going to be going to the gate for the race. The top of the boards is number 5, October Morn, who's priced up at 22 to 10. Number 8, Blue Holly, is the second choice at 9 to 2. And number 1, Hunting Trip, is at 7 to 1. They are betting 8 to 1 and better the others. Mr. Burrows, let me start with you if I can. Let's talk about October Morn, who's won a winner of its, 2 of its last 3 starts, and last time seemed to be a rather impressive victory.
Yes, this filly oozes class, Clyde. I think she'll end up a grade 2, grade 1 type of filly in the making. Her last start was a comeback start after a disappointing run over 1,500, which he didn't stay. Last time out, she absolutely cruised up to them, went on by, won a good race against the Colts. And Richard Fourie takes a ride with 54.5 kilos. I know that Candy Town's going to make the pace, and that's going to be perfect for October Morn. She can just sit just a few lengths off them. And when Candy Town starts to stop the final 200, I see October Morn taking over the lead and extending away from them. So I'm quite confident here.
Okay, so you're confident with that, October Morn, Mr. Marie, your play?
Yeah, I like her, Clyde. Last time out, her victory confirmed that she's an out-and-out sprinter. Lovely turn of foot. Durbanville 1,000. It's a very quick 1,000, Clyde. And you got the likes of Candy Town, who's got exceptional gate speed. So one thing's for certain, that October Morn's going to be on the back foot and Candy Town on the front foot with 52 to shoulder. October Morn's going to have to go and fetch her. And let's hope that the gaps open up in time, because I really believe that she is something exciting to follow.
She's progressive, is
Yeah,
she?
absolutely.
Okay.
So I expect her. I expect her to get the job done, but she likes a little bit of cover, and let's hope she's not
She
stuck
can use
behind.
Candy Town, or what?
Eh?
Can't she use Candy Town as cover?
I don't think
October
she'll
Morn.
want to be that handy.
Oh, that close, okay.
Yeah. So Candy Town is going to be on a bicycle, Clyde,
Oh.
and with 52 to shoulder, she's not going to be very easy to peg back. But if there is going to be one, I expect it to be October
All
Morn.
right. Interesting. So those are the two. Just have a look at what we're doing in our jackpots. October Morn's 22 to 10. Candy Town Darrell's also 15 to 2, thereabouts. And let's take a look at the jackpot then from Darren. Banker 5 by Field by 259 by 1578 911 and 12. That jackpot works out to to 273 rand. Right, guys, welcome back. Let's take a look at our next race on the card now. Race number 6. This is the Cape Mile. It's over the 1,600 meters in Group 3. And this event has got 13 of them that will be going to the gate. So the market favourite is Double Superlative. Decent horses here, top of the boards, 33 to 10, 11 Triple Fortune, lots of ability, 5 to 1, 10 Waterbury Lane is 6 to 1, and so is number 12 Royal Aussie, who's priced up. In fact, that's 8 to 1 at the moment. You can get 9, 10 to 1 and better about everything else. So Daryl, your stable's top of the boards, Justin Snaith.
Royal Aussie 8 to 1.
Yep.
You're joking.
Yes.
Wow.
You get 8 to 1.
What a cracking comeback run as a gelding, Clyde.
Yeah.
We all know on ratings, Charles Dickens and Gimme a Prince were slung in over there. And he was only beaten, what, 2 odd lengths?
2.5 lengths, yeah.
So he's going to strip fitter. He's currently 3rd best weighted. So he ran above his rating.
All right.
I think at 8 to 1, you have to have a nibble at
You
least.
prefer him to Double Superlative?
Listen, Double Superlative's best weighted, yeah, Clyde.
Yeah.
We all know that he won the Cape Guineas over a mile. His last run was a lovely comeback effort over a distance short of his best. I don't know if you saw him moving down to the start in the canter past. He looked sensational. And obviously, he's highly regarded. They're just bringing him on slowly, but he's certainly got the class to get the job done over here.
How's that form line of the 13th of September?
Which one was that?
That run to King Regent. Everything's run barring Double Superlative.
Yeah, not great.
Yeah, that's the only worry for me. But okay, what other than those two? Is there anything else?
The obvious third pick is Trip to Fortune. Nice run last time out, Clyde. It wasn't an easy task because the win on that occasion got a peach of a ride by Richard Fourie. I think he carried 7.5 kilograms less, and he was closing in the latter stages. But currently, as the way the betting is structured, I'm going to say Royal Aussie's the value.
Okay, interesting. 8 to 1 about Royal Aussie. Mr. Burrows, what are we doing in the Cape Mile from your perspective?
Well, let's start off with your favorite double superlative. He is a top-class horse. I see they haven't gelded him, so obviously he's maybe got stud duties after his racing career. He had a year and a half off the track. I still believe he's going to need another 1, 2, 3 runs to peak. And I wouldn't be rushing out to take that price, even though he could win a race of this nature. Now, Trip of Fortune, pity about 63 kilos. That's always tough, but he's a 1600 meter specialist, and he's a top-class horse. But if you like Trip of Fortune, you got to give Waterbury Lane a serious winning chance. I like the way he was moving last time out. He has, in the past, he used to stride a little bit short, scratchy. Last time out, he was moving well. He won by almost 3 lengths. He's run off the likes of Captain's Ransom, Trip of Fortune, Jet Dark. I think Waterbury Lane's a serious runner here. You got to include Royal Aussie on that good last effort after a break. Montien is a very good horse. Now, I think he's well ahead of the handicapper. I know he's not well in here, but don't ignore Montien because his last start was super, super impressive. He's going to race with the pace, and he could be right there. Cosmic Highway and Pakaya are others to include if you're playing wider.
Okay, Darren, it's sounding like a competitive race from your perspective. Perhaps field, there's a number of horses that have to be considered. Daryl, he's going these horses, 8, 11 and 12 in the first leg. He'll be taking his chances by 5 and 9, by 1 and 9, by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11. It does make for super racing. The Western Cape Fillies Championship is next. It's a Group 2 and it's over 1,400 metres, and Mrs. Geriatrics makes her way to the Western Cape. We'll see how good she is. She had a fabulous season last season, of course, and we know how good she is at the end of the day. They've priced her up as the even money favourite to 5. 2 Double Grand Slam is the second choice at the moment at 9 to 2. Number 9 Winter Cloud is trading at 5 to 1. And then you can get 10 to 1 about number 3 Just Be Lacquer, and 14 to 1 and better about the others. Darren, right, let's talk about Mrs. Geriatrics. She's been fantastic. 6 career starts, 6 career wins, all impressive to date. And now she'll, go out and try the Western Cape for the first time in her career.
Yes, Clyde. And when the horses come down from the high fault, usually their first start in the Western Cape is their best. I've seen a lot of horses. Mike de Kock brought a couple down a few seasons back, and their first, like a Warm and those horses, their first run is always their best, and their second run, they can run a little bit flat. I'm not saying it happens all the time, but Mrs. Geriatrics, she's got super turn of foot. And last time out, okay, she was pushed hard by White Pearl. It wasn't too impressive at 1 to 4 on, but she's got to come on from that run. Let's just see if she can confirm that 2-year-old form as a 3-year-old, because a lot of horses can be top 2-year-olds and don't really train on. So I give her a big winning chance, but I wouldn't be backing her at even money. I thought Winter Cloud, a big, big runner. Her comeback run, they still said she wasn't quite 100% ready, and she won a very good race. She's a sister to Clouds Unfold, who stayed a mile. And I think if she gets the 1,400, Winter Cloud's going to push Mrs. Geriatrics all the way to the line. You've got Double Grand Slam, high-class filly. I think she's really good, ahead of the handicapper big time. And I wouldn't ignore her chances either. She's unbeaten at Durbanville. So I'm going 5 and 9 to fight it out. Healthy respect for Double Grand Slam, and then Raskova for minor money.
Okay, thanks, Darren. So Mrs. Geriatrics has got something to worry about with regards to Winter Cloud. They met before.
Yes.
They met before, a couple of links between them in Mrs. Geriatrics' favour.
Yeah, Winter Cloud was out of her ground on that occasion, Cloud. Last time out, many people are saying maybe she hasn't trained on.
Yeah. Because
she was pressed in her later start. Obviously, we saw White Pearl come out. Around second to, excuse me, Clyde, who was it? Egyptian.
Yeah.
Mal.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll make a statement, Clyde. That on that occasion, Mr. Terry Stable was dead. Dead. Now, that run could have brought her on to where she needs to be. But I've got a preference for Winter Cloud. I was very impressed with the latest victory. She doesn't have to travel. It's in her own backyard. She's had that one come-on run. She really would have come on since then. She was doing her best work in the latter stages, and I think she's going to love the extra. The pace should be on. She's obviously going to be given a chance from a tricky draw. Let's hope she can get there in time. But I do expect numbers 5 and 9, the two best weighted on ratings, to fight it out.
Okay. Thanks, Daryl. So both guys on to 5 and 9. Those do appear to be the two. Interesting Fillies championship it is going to be. And let's take a look at the selections now. Darren Burrows has worked out the pick 3 for us. He's going like this. First leg of the pick 3, he's put double Grand Slam in with 5 Mrs. Geriatrics and the 9 Winter Cloud. Then he's going 1 and 5 in the next leg, Piroshka and Cape Culture. And at the back of his pick 3, he'd like to load up the whole field. At the 72 Rand pick 3, they're expecting a big result at the back.